Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Our topic for today is about rationalizing the denominator. This is under Mathematics 9. So let's have our example number 1, and that is 1 over square root of 5. And this will be your solution. I want you to copy the given first. So that is 1 over square root of 5. And for us to simplify this kind of equation, we will be multiplying the numerator and denominator by our denominator, which is square root of 5 over square root of 5. And then we have to multiply, of course, the numerators first. So that is 1 times square root of 5, and that is square root of 5. Over, let's multiply the denominators now. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is square root of 5 times 5, that's 25 here. And then for the numerator, that is still square root of 5. And then simplify square root of 25, that is 5. So the answer is square root of 5 over 5. So this is the first way of solving it. There is other way. It will only differ in this part of your solution. Let me show it to you. But you will see in the end that it will produce the same answer. I will use this side. I will copy the given again. So that is 1 over square root of 5, and then multiply the numerator and denominator by square root of 5. And then same process, just multiply the numerators first. 1 times square root of 5 is square root of 5 over square root of 5 times square root of 5. Then it will become the quantity of 5, square root of 5 raised to 2. Um, this part, the left side of the solution, and this part, which is at the right side of the solution, are the same. The difference is that I already simplified this square root of 25. That's why it turned out to be square root of 25. But for this is not the simplified version of square root of 5 times square root of 5, but it can be written in this form. So if this is what we are using, since our index here is 2, though it is invisible, and our exponent outside is also 2, we can just cancel this, the radical symbol and the exponent. So therefore, as you can see, in our denominator, the remaining is 5. And then for our numerator, that's square root of 5. So the answer is still the same, but we have two ways of solving it. So you have your choice. Kindly choose the method that you are comfortable using. Let's have another example. We have here 2 over square root of d. Actually, the process is the same for this. Let's copy first the given. So that is 2 over square root of d. You have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by your denominator, which is square root of d over square root of d. So let's multiply. 2 times square root of d is 2 square root of d over square root of d times square root of d. So that is the quantity of square root of d squared. And then since our index here is 2, but we cannot see it, though it is there, we can just cancel the radical symbol here and the exponent. So therefore, in our denominator, the remaining is d. In our numerator, we have here 2 square root of d. So the final answer here is 2 square root of d over d for example number 2. For the next example, we have here the square root of 3f over g. Let's have our solution. Let's copy the given first. So that is the square root of 3f over g. And then let me just write this in different format. It will become the square root of 3f over the square root of g. And then after this, we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by our denominator here, which is square root of g. Then it will look like this, times square root of g over square root of g. And then we have to multiply the numerator to numerator. So the square root of 3f times square root of g will produce square root of 3fg over square root of g times square root of g, that is equal to the quantity of square root of g raised to 2. And then again, since our index here is 2, though it is invisible, is similar to our exponent here outside the parentheses. So we can just cancel this out. And then our remaining for the denominator is g. For the numerator, that is square root of 3fg. And this is the final answer. Square root of 3fg over g. We also have here 1 over square root of 5st. For your solution, kindly write the given first. So we have here 1 over square root of 5st. We have to multiply the numerator and denominator by our denominator, which is square root of 5st over square root of 5st. And then it will become 1 times square root of 5st, that is square root of 5st. And then for our denominator, that is square root of 5st times square root of 5st is the quantity of square root of 5st squared. Since our index here is similar to our exponent outside, though we cannot see this index, but it is 2. So let's cancel this out and this one. So therefore, in our denominator, we have here 5st. And in our numerator, we have here the square root of 5st. So this is the final answer, the square root of 5st over 5st. So that's it for our topic for today. I hope that you have learned something. If you have any inquiries about us or about the topic, kindly message the Honors Tutorial FB page. Thank you and God bless.